First thing first, a landing page and a website are two different things. Let me show you what I mean. Here we have SEMrush, which is an SEO tool, and as you can see, they have lots of features. AI SEO, keyword research, link building, rank tracking, technical SEO, local SEO, advertising, and the list goes on. Now, because I came organically to their website, it's a bit generic. They talk about everything. They have a navigation menu for me just to guide me through what they have to offer, which is normal because they have no idea why I landed on this page. They have no idea about my goals and needs. However, if I go on Google and I search for keyword research, we have a search ad by SEMrush. I click on it, I end up on this landing page. And this landing page is more tailored to my need and goals. Just check the headline. Stop wasting time on keyword research. So it's strictly linked to my search query. So that's why a website, a homepage is for organic traffic. It's tough to predict why they landed there, so it's a bit generic. But your landing pages are for your paid marketing campaigns because you have control over the narrative, you have control over the copy, you have control over the destination link, which means you can make sure that your audience end up on a landing page tailored to their style and tailored to their needs. And that's why usually landing pages, they have a higher conversion rate than websites. Which brings me to the first psychological factor here, which is the perception of value. We saw with SEMrush, they made sure that their headline included what I was looking for. However, unfortunately, nowadays, when you go on many websites, their main headline, their main selling points, it's just motivational slogans. For example, if I go on Google and we search for HR software, and I click on, let's say, this one. Look at the main headline. People plus AI succeeding together. I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what they're selling. However, in their subheader, their H2, they talk more about their platform. However, in 2026, our attention span are like really non-existent. And most people, they bounce within few seconds. So they only read the main headline and they don't give you a chance to explain what you do in this subheadline. So make sure that your main headline explains what you do. Avoid motivational slogans. No offense to Lattice. Another example, this one, I think it's the same problem. HR software, more than 2.8 million people use our HR software in the Benelux. Great, but what do you do? No idea. So avoid vague headlines and avoid motivational slogans. If we use the same example, which is HR software, and this time we go to these guys. Save 97 hours a month on HR admin. This is perception of value. In their headline, they told me exactly how they're going to help me out. So obviously, make sure to avoid motivational slogans and just focus on just telling people what you do. Let's go back to the SEMrush landing page because it covers psychological factor number 2, which is cognitive ease. As you can see here, there's no navigation menu. There's no menu items, there's no sub-menu items, there's not many call to actions, just one, which is try free for 7 days. Because they want to make it easy for us to understand what's happening. They're minimizing distractions. They want us to understand what they're selling and get started as soon as possible. However, on their main website, there is a navigation menu, and that's normal. Because as I mentioned, they have no idea why we're here, so it makes sense to have this menu to help us navigate their product offering. However, in a landing page, we know the marketing campaign that we've launched. We know the ad targeting. We know the ad copy. We know exactly what they're expecting. So just keep things simple and make sure to minimize distractions because also the paradox of choice is a thing. Don't give them too many options. It's like the game Find Waldo. It's so tough to find Waldo because there are so many things happening. The same thing applies on your website. If you have lots of text, if you have lots of CTAs, people will be distracted and they will not perform the action you want them to perform. If you're wondering where Waldo is, he's right here. It took me a while to find him. Psychological factor number 3, social proof. If you want to improve conversions on your website, you have to make visitors trust you. So one thing SEMrush did here is that they added this nice little copy. 10 million marketers already use SEMrush, and they have lots of logos of brands that use their product. However, I'm not sponsored by SEMrush. I want to show you the website of their competitor Ahref. I think they do a better job. So one quick example. So they have the same copy here. So SEMrush has 10 million marketers already use SEMrush. Ahref has this one. 20K users joined Ahref in the last 7 days. So here we have recency bias. This has a bigger impact than this one. And not only this, for Ahref, they have lots of testimonials that are actually personalized. This is the testimonials section. And for Ahref, many people use their product for different reasons. They have different job roles, they work in different industries, and obviously they have different pain points and needs. So what they did is that they filtered their testimonials based on different industries and job roles. So for agencies, we have testimonials from people who work in agencies. We have testimonials from people who are content marketers. We have testimonials from people who work in e-commerce. So for me as a content marketer, reading a content marketing testimonial will have a bigger impact on me than just reading a generic one from someone who works in SaaS. So make sure to talk to your customers, especially the happy ones, and gather these reviews, gather these testimonials, and make sure to display them, because they will basically build trust with you and your visitors. Psychological factor number 4, increasing sense of urgency. I think Amazon is a perfect example for this. At the moment, I'm looking for a portable monitor, and you can see here, they have a countdown on when this deal ends. So it ends in 8 hours and 12 minutes. This will push me to make a decision. Because obviously, you might tell me like, hey, we have a 50% discount that's gonna end soon. But if I see when it will end, obviously, I will have the urgency to take a decision, either a yes or a no. So you can either add a countdown, or you can do what they did here, which is just add that it's a limited time deal. Also, Booking.com does this really well. They tell you like, hey, there's only one room left, so now I'm more inclined to make a decision as soon as possible. So if you work in e-commerce, just make sure to mention how much is left in your inventory. And of course, don't lie, just say the truth. Psychological factor number 5, anchoring. If you're an e-commerce business, this is also a good tactic, and Amazon does this really well. Whenever they have a discount, they make sure to show you how it was priced before and after. They don't tell you it's 20% off, 50% off. No, they show you how it was worth before. Because now in my mind, I perceive this discount as a big deal. Even though 160 euros is expensive, but if I compare it to 240, like, this is actually a good deal, and now I'm more maybe inclined to maybe buy this. I hope you found this video useful. Just make sure to look at your data, see where people are dropping off on your website, and based on that, use some of these tactics to hopefully increase conversions. And most importantly, focus on what we call the hero section, the first part people see when they land on the page. Not many people will scroll down, so make sure this part, which is the hero section, you just explain what you do, minimize distractions, add social proof, and hopefully you can see some good impact on your conversions. And make sure to like and subscribe, because more videos are coming your way.